Today, we dive into one of the most powerful stories in the Bible, the healing of Naaman, the commander of the Syrian army, a man respected by many but secretly suffering from the incurable disease of leprosy. This story is more than just a miracle, it's a lesson about pride, humility, faith, and the surprising ways God works. Naaman was no ordinary man. He was a mighty warrior, a commander, a man of wealth, power, and influence. His king trusted him. His soldiers feared and respected him. To the world, he looked complete. But behind the shining armor was a dark secret: he was a leper. The disease was slowly eating away at his body, and no amount of power or riches could buy him a cure. In Naaman's household was a little Israelite servant girl, taken captive during war. She could have remained silent, bitter about her situation, but instead, she spoke with compassion. She told Naaman's wife, "If only my master would see the prophet in Samaria, he would be healed of his leprosy." This was the first turning point. God used the least expected person, a young, enslaved girl, to point a great commander to his miracle. Never underestimate the power of your voice, no matter how small you think you are. Naaman went to his king, who immediately gave him permission and even wrote a letter to the king of Israel. Naaman set out with horses, chariots, and lavish gifts, silver, gold, and fine clothing. He believed that with wealth and influence, he could purchase healing. But when the king of Israel read the letter, he panicked, thinking it was a political trap. He tore his clothes, saying, "Am I God, to give life and death?" Then came Elisha, the prophet of God. Hearing of the situation, Elisha sent word, "Send him to me, and he will know that there is a prophet in Israel." Naaman arrived with his grand entourage at Elisha's house. But instead of coming out to greet him, Elisha sent a messenger with a simple instruction: "Go, wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River, and your flesh will be restored, and you will be cleansed." Naaman was furious. He had expected a dramatic ritual, the prophet waving his hands, calling upon God, and healing him instantly. To make matters worse, the Jordan River was muddy and unimpressive compared to the clean rivers of Damascus. His pride rose up, and in anger, he turned to leave. But once again, God used servants to bring Naaman closer to his miracle. His men reasoned with him, "If the prophet had asked you to do something great, wouldn't you have done it? How much more, when he simply says, 'Wash and be cleansed'?" Naaman swallowed his pride. Sometimes, the biggest battle we face is not against enemies outside, but against the pride within. Naaman went down to the Jordan River. Once, twice, 3 times he dipped, but nothing changed. By the 6th time, his skin was still diseased. Yet he obeyed. And on the 7th dip, something incredible happened: his skin was restored, smooth and pure like that of a young child. Naaman was healed completely. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Naaman returned to Elisha and declared, "Now I know that there is no God in all the world except in Israel." He offered gifts, but Elisha refused, reminding him that the power of God cannot be bought. Naaman left not only with healed skin, but with a healed heart, transformed by God's mercy and grace. This story is rich with lessons for us today. First, no one is beyond God's reach. Naaman was a foreigner and an enemy of Israel, yet God cared enough to heal him. God's love is not limited by race, status, or background. Second, God uses the humble to accomplish great things. A little servant girl became the key to Naaman's healing. Never underestimate your influence, no matter how small. Third, pride can stand in the way of your miracle. Naaman almost missed his healing because he thought God's way was too simple. Many people today reject God's salvation because it seems too easy: just believe in Jesus. But simple faith is the path to life. Fourth, obedience unlocks blessings. Naaman had to obey completely. 7 dips, not 6. Partial obedience is still disobedience. When we trust and follow God fully, we experience His power. And finally, God's grace is a gift, not a transaction. Naaman wanted to pay for his healing, but God doesn't sell His blessings. His love is free, available to all who believe. Naaman came seeking physical healing, but he found something greater, the one true God. His story reminds us that miracles often come through unexpected people, unexpected instructions, and unexpected places. So, what is your Jordan River today? What simple step of obedience is God asking of you? Don't let pride stop you. Dip in faith, and watch God do the impossible. If you are touched by this story, share it with others to encourage them. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more Bible stories.